Hey, what's up, guys? Mm, love coffee. So, I just watched I don't know, I'm subscribed to this channel on YouTube called Ron Paul. I don't know if it's actually Ron Paul's channel, but it's always stuff about Ron Paul. So, I get these two updates this morning. One is Ron Paul being interviewed by some girl, some woman, asking him questions about whether or not he's going to stay in the race or whatever, and if he's hurting the GOP party, like Ron Paul gives a shit about the GOP party. And the second one was some other guy from like CNBC or something talking to him about his cutting the budget of some kind. I think it was. I don't know. I wasn't really paying attention because I wasn't really paying attention to the questions per se as much as the attitude or the demeanor of the question asker. I think that what I find most often detesting about media, especially mainstream media, is the blatant, um, what do you call it, bias of news shows. Okay? I don't care if you like this show, the show that you're watching right now, is essentially a show, a media show, right? And it's an opinion piece. The show is my opinion. That's what the show is about. It's about my opinion, basically. Um, that is an opinion piece. If I was reporting the news, I would report the facts, which would be you call up Ron Paul to have on your thing, right? And you say, Ron Paul, how many delegates do you have now? Oh, you have 102? Really? And so you know, how many do you expect to have by the thingy, and do you expect to win it? The convention, and how do you expect to win it? Yes, and oh, you plan on having all of them, and you do plan on winning. Okay, excellent. Those are the facts. That's reporting. That's news. But what media is today is it's 99% opinion piece, 1% news. It seems like even NPR, which is on the radio, which I listen to, probably one of the only things that I listen to on the radio. Probably one of the only things that I listen to is still bias, actually quite much so to the left, which you can see by oftentimes who they choose to interview and why and the questions that they ask. But the you know they're probably one of the best. Oh, I was gonna say the BBC hour on NPR is awesome. If you like opinion pieces, there's a BBC guy on there that gets. He was on the phone with one of the rebel leaders of the Libyan, not the Libyan movement. He was on the phone with the who was it? Who was that guy? He was the incumbent who supposedly had lost in the Ivory Coast, and it was like his spokesman back last year when he had this guy on the phone. And he does this to everybody, really, that he calls. And he was just raking this guy over the coals, like, "You lost the election, didn't you? Why are you still fighting to keep control? Aren't you murdering all these people?" And he's like, I was like, "No, that's journalism. Are you murdering all these people?" Yeah, so BBC NewsHour, that's hilarious. Anyway, whatever. That's all I got to say about that.